just going to briefly mention the events unfolding in Venezuela, or as someone smarter than me either has already said or will say, or will call it soon, Venezuela. It's not hard to imagine that the consequences of what's been happening will have deep and wide ripple effects. Some will be positive, like the removal of a terrible leader of a terrible regime. But some will be negative, like one branch of one country, without including the other branches of government, without including allies, without laying a foundation to convince the people of its own country that that one executive branch simply removes that terrible leader. We don't do things that way for lots of reasons, including, just imagine what we in this country, what some people feel about the current president, what some people thought about the last president. Can you imagine another country saying, oh my God, Joe Biden is such an awful criminal. I believe everything that the Republicans say about him. Such an awful criminal that we're going to send our team into America to take Joe and Jill and remove them somewhere else. We just don't do things like that. We do things like that. We're not supposed to do things like that. As the ancient Greek historian Thucydides said, the powerful do what they can and the weak suffer what they must. And this was a really good awful example of that. When something like this happens, there's always three simple but powerful questions to ask. What? So what? Now what? What happened? Well, we've started to receive reports about what happened yesterday and what's been happening the past few weeks. I'm sure we'll all learn more about what actually happened. And eventually, if this ever gets its way into a court, we'll see the evidence that anybody has about what has been happening. So what? What does it mean? Why does it matter? What does it mean to the United States, to the people of Venezuela, to oil prices, to the president of peace? What does it do to encourage other powerful authoritarian leaders like those in Russia and China who might look at this power grab with enthusiasm? What does this mean to the citizens of Panama or Greenland who wonder if their sovereignty might be challenged next? So now what? America's going to rule at Venezuela? How? How will it go? What will it mean to our country's relationship with other countries as we host the World Cup, as we celebrate our 250th birthday, as we head toward consequential midterm elections? What? So what? Now what? To be determined. This will be obviously an interesting thing unfolding for all the conversations that we've been having throughout the last 5.5 years. So, to be determined.